Hello again, and welcome to another time-sticking YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about a day-to-day complication in wristwatch movements. So stick with us through this intro, and we're going to have a look at it with you. Now, watch complications themselves come in varying complexities and degrees of mechanical capability, but one particular handy one in terms of the date is the perpetual calendar. Originally used outside of horology, many perpetual calendars were and are date tables drawn or built into simple devices to aid in looking ahead through time. Essentially, these tables and devices are designed to track plethora of months or years on the fly, without having to frequently rewrite calendars. The same principle applies to watch-based perpetual calendars. However, where most older perpetual calendars were handy up to perhaps 50 or so years, the modern wristwatch version of these calendars can span up to multiple centuries. With gear trains that tick as frequently as every second, up to whole years, their complexity is one of the more industrious inventions in horology. The automation of wristwatch perpetual calendar took ages of discovery and invention to achieve. With a history that dates back to ancient days, perpetual calendars and timekeeping go all the way back to old astronomical tower clocks from the 16th and 17th centuries respectively. Perpetual calendars that date further back than these clocks were typically based off of Julian calendars from the time of Caesar, which were off the solar year by 11 minutes. So by the 16th century, Pope Gregory XIII introduced the Western world to his Gregorian calendar, which is the monthly calendar virtually everyone follows to this day. Fast forwarding, perpetual calendars didn't start making their way to wristwatches until the 1930s, when famed complex watchmaking brand Patek Philippe began introducing them to the public. By the early 1940s, Patek Philippe started full production on perpetual calendar wristwatches, aside from doing it just as a novelty. In that vein, Swiss watchmaker IWC, or the International Watch Company, brought a key innovation to the table to the perpetual calendar wristwatch complication. Up until their 1985 release of the Da Vinci Perpetual Calendar watch, perpetual calendars required a special gear or corrector to account for when the watch wasn't being wound. With the Da Vinci, IWC made the perpetual calendar adjustable on the crown. This has become the standard since then on both mechanical and quartz perpetual calendar movements. As it stands today, modern adjustments on perpetual calendar wristwatches on the crown only have to be done once a century. The first reset comes in the year 2100 in today's terms, then, with more complex watches, the year 2200, followed by January 1st, 2300. Once the year 2400 hits, however, the watch will not have to be adjusted due to the way the calendar months line up with the year, due to leap years. This will all go smoothly, assuming the watch continues to stay wound and maintained, of course. In terms of complexity, there are some comparable and contrastable calendar complications that line up with the perpetual calendar type movement. The first of these is a simple calendar that has to be reset anytime the month is less than 31 days, because they stay on a fixed number of days throughout the year. As another variation, annual calendars have a similar function to perpetual calendars, but still have to be set for the leap year. These complications can be a nice alternative when shopping prices for timepieces. The longest lasting of perpetual calendars is the secular perpetual calendar, which is a complication that self-adjusts for the longest periods of time, like the ones that go all the way up to the year 2400 and beyond. Many mechanical perpetual calendar devices are still designed today, primarily as a novelty, outside of watchmaking. Historically, sailors and travelers used to use these calendars while navigating the globe for extended periods of time, to avoid less reliable methods. In terms of legacy for the perpetual calendar, mathematically sound calculations have helped with keeping time manageable and safe for human exploration and education for ages. Ancient algorithms for date and timekeeping led to the logical functions of computational devices, from modern calculators to smartphones and beyond. So thus, whether you're keeping the date on your wrist, keeping the date with weights and measures, with mathematical tables, or with a calendar covered in your favorite pictures, You are a part of an astronomical and mathematical tradition that has given our species a sense of time and purpose for quite some ages. So when you're shopping new wristwatches and are looking into different types of complications, the Perpetual calendar is a good one to keep in mind. It's heavily automated for the day-to-day, so you don't have to change the date for another 100 years. Hello, and thanks for watching our YouTube video today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and you can find similar videos right here. For more new and interesting content from time sticking on our channel, please subscribe at the link here. And for more information about wristwatch repair and watch maintenance generally, you can find us at timesticking.com. Thanks so much and have a great day.